Hey everybody, Slippery Slope is here. This is the second video in the SQL series. This one, we're going to go over a few SQL commands. Actually, what we're really going to do is we're going to go over the four major categories of SQL commands. Now, don't worry about memorizing what all of these things do. In fact, we're not even going to really talk about what each of these do individually. We're just going to go over briefly what the four different types of commands are. Now, if you have trouble memorizing any of this, you know what? Don't worry about it. In fact, you don't need to memorize any of this. Just let it sit in the back of your mind, and when we're ready to use it, we'll talk about it later on. Now, SQL commands are what we use to communicate with the database if we want something specific to be performed. There are four different kinds of categories. There's DDL, DML, TCL, and DCL. And we're mostly going to be working with DDL and DML. The other two are important. In fact, depending on what your job is, they could end up being pretty important, but we're not going to go over those until later. Now, DDL is data definition language, and they're used for creating, modifying, and dropping database objects. The commands you might use include create, drop, rename, alter, truncate, and those are just a few. Now, DML, that's data manipulation language, and we're going to be going over this plenty. It includes select, insert, update, and delete, among others. And this is used for storing, retrieving, modifying, and also getting rid of or deleting data. Select is the most frequently used command, so we're going to be using that one. Oh man, it's a format that you're going to see a lot of select something from something, and we're going to go over that later on. In fact, very shortly. TCL is transaction control language, and these are used for managing changes affecting your data, rollback, and commit. You might also see save point. And I'm not going to talk any more about that because we're not going to need it for a while, but it's some good stuff to know. And the last group we're going to go over is data control language, is DCL, and it's used for security to your database objects, and it might include, well, it does include revoke and grant. Just let that sit in the back of your subconscious. We're going to be writing up queries a lot, and it's when we're using select statements to retrieve data. So get ready to hear the word select and query a lot. And if there's anything else you want to add, feel free to comment. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe. Slippery Slope signing out. Peace.